The Black Stallion's first trailer load, and unprepared, unready, not enough time, and we gotta get on and we gotta go.
G'day, Tony back. I just wanted to give you a little update on putting the black horse onto the trailer, but before that we got to the stable and he was really quiet. Everything was super, because the funny thing is we've been banished, or he's been banished from the stable because he's too noisy, carrying on like a stallion. But when we arrived, everybody was moving around, cleaning up boxes and moving horses, and he was just standing, eating a bit of feed and not a sound, like a little lamb. And then I took him into the hall, the indoor arena, and moved him around. He was really cool and soft and sensitive and not really worried about much at all. I think he called out only once in about an hour. And then we started on the trailer, and I just put him across the tailgate and backwards and forwards. He was really courageous to go up to it. I mean, a little apprehensive from a distance, and then when he got up to it he wanted to sniff everything. And then he took a little bit of effort to get on, and what is really amazing is having this feel of this horse who doesn't want to go on a trailer and wants to pull back and wants to turn away and all this kind of stuff. And it's unbelievable that people put up with this with their horses their whole life. I know a lot don't, but there are still a lot that do, and this is madness. So we've got some trailer loading practice to do when we get up to the north, and we'll get him sorted out, and I know he will load like a dream. A loader for life will be. So, okay. Anyway, we got him on. We cheated a little bit. We used a bit of carrot, but anyway, he decided he wanted to go on, so all good.
Now I just want to give you a little walkthrough of the process we used to get the Black Stallion to go on. Basically, this was without preparation, as I said in the beginning. No preparation, and he's only been trailered twice in his life. And now because we had such a rush to get out of this place, because we had to go, and then there were people at the arena waiting with their horses for us to get on and get going. So I couldn't take the time that I really wanted to take, and we didn't prepare properly or enough. So this is just a process showing you in a bit kind of a fast mode. In a lot of places it's sped up. So the idea is, first I want to get him to be courageous about going across the ramp. If he can't put all 4 feet, touch the ramp on the way over in both directions, then it's a bit hard to ask him to, or expect him to go up the ramp and into the trailer, because in the trailer is very claustrophobic. He can't go forward, he can't get out. He knows this when he's looking at it. So the process I did was get him across the ramp to the right, across the ramp to the left, and then when he managed to walk over it with, touch it with all 4 feet, I thought, okay, we'll give it a go. So my biggest job here is just to direct his nose into the hole where it needs to go, keep him off me so he's not pushing on me. So this is about compliant. And then I have to be really aware of where he's putting all his feet, his head, his body, because he uses a bit of a weapon. So then there's a point right here where he says, I'm not going forward anymore. So I say, okay, well, let's make it a bit more uncomfortable to pull back on the halter. If you really want to pull back on the halter, then let's go backwards. And so go backwards away from the trailer and make it uncomfortable away, and then try to end up making it a bit more comfortable here. Again, backwards, because he didn't want to go and he was pulling on the halter. So if he moves forward, so the whole point here is to try and say to him, hey, if you move forward, you get a relief. The energy stops and you can take a break. So here he starts to look at the trailer again. Now he goes around. Now I decided, okay, let's do a little bit more forward across the ramp again. So then he starts to rush across the ramp, or rush off the ramp. Then we get to a point where he's part way in, thinking about going in, and you can see down there there's a bit of carrot. So we've started to use the carrots on the floor, because there are 3 people now waiting to get into the arena with their horses. So we needed to get moving. So now I said, okay, come on, well, it's time to get up, get going. And he started to then put his feet up onto the ramp better. He started to be more relaxed up in here. He started to think about going in, and so we got to the point where the camera had to go off, because the cameraman had to come inside and just get some carrots in there. And then he's on the trailer and pretty relaxed, actually.
First loading of Black Beauty, and where are we going, Francie?
We go to the north.
The north? How far north?
To the north is north.
The north is north. Up near Kiel in the Baltic Sea. A little place called Eckernförde, or near Eckernförde. So it's about an 8-hour trip now. The poor boy has to stand on the trailer, and we go slow right now, but on the motorway at least we can do maybe 100 kilometers an hour. And we'll see how he travels and how we get there, and we'll call back in when we get there. Ciao!
So then we're on the road, and this is a little stop for a little pee break, and just have a look and check how he's going in there. He's been really quiet in the trailer, like super quiet. We didn't even know he was there. And he's standing, eating a little bit, relaxed, eating a little bit more, and he was incredible in traveling. Fantastic, couldn't ask for better. We even gave some water because this was, as I said before, it was about close to an 8-hour trip. And so we needed something. And we're almost there. So if you like what you see, subscribe, and I'll bring the next video very soon.